Hey, how's it going guys? ZedEye here. So today I wanted to go over some of the leaks regarding the Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy, the definitive edition. Now this is regarding that there was a leak going on from a Rockstar support page, an official Rockstar support page. So basically, yes, this is not a rumor, it's not speculation. It is going to be coming. Now, you will not be able to find this pretty much nowhere until, well, an official review will be happening. But we actually have got a little bit of a snippet that read, play the genre-defining classics of the original Grand Theft Auto trilogy, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, updated for a new generation. Now with the across-the-board enhancements including brilliant new lighting and environmental upgrades, high-resolution textures, increased draw distances, Grand Theft Auto 5 style controls and targeting, and much more, bringing these beloved worlds to life with all new levels of detail. Awesome. I'm very happy to hear one thing in particular, Grand Theft Auto 5 style controls and targeting. So this means basically going to be far more improvements in terms of the combat, right, and the shooting mechanics. This was the main thing why it was a very, very irritating feature from, like, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, and I definitely needed a lot of work with that, especially Grand Theft Auto 3, since it's one of the most outdated games out of these three anyway. Now they have mentioned as well with the updated new generation in terms of the brilliant new lighting. That's of course expected, and it's an interesting fact that they're not mentioning anything regarding of a new engine, because there has been some rumors and hell even leaks in some cases that they will be using an Unreal Engine, but again we'll have to wait and see for that. They also touched on that there will be upgrades towards the environmental. I wonder what kind of environmental changes that they're talking about. Is it the vegetation? Perhaps the shops that are just simply like cardboard boxes made of, so then maybe they'll get an increase of a texture and maybe they actually look a lot more realistic. Perhaps also when they mention high resolution textures, now we already know what that's going to be like. Now we're not certain if it's just they're referring to as a 4K quality, or perhaps they're literally identifying it as an improvement towards these textures, and yes, in terms of the upgrade. Now the next thing is increased draw distances. Of course, with the improvements of the next generation consoles and of course the PC, once again, it's 2021, that's to be expected. So we should not be worried about any sorts of limitations in terms of the engine. But again, we don't know what engine they're using. Is it the very same old one that they're going to be reusing it, or perhaps, like I've said already, would it be an Unreal Engine? Who knows? Now, the main thing, like I already said, I'm very glad about the Grand Theft Auto 5 style controls and the targeting. I wonder if there will be some improvements towards the driving as well. Now, another things to mention, cheats. Will there be increase of cheats, or will they all be making a return? Perhaps also another thing, like the way Vice City introduction that I had with the bikes, Grand Theft Auto 3 never actually had any bikes. Well, so question rises, will there be bikes in Grand Theft Auto 3 now? Again, just kind of thing popped into my mind. There's another one last thing to mention. It's not a leak, it is a rumor. It's regarding the price tag of this, the definitive edition of this trilogy of Grand Theft Autos. A lot of people are thinking that this may be a full price tag. Now that's concerning. One thing's for sure, I want to see these improvements. Hearing these improvements, reading them as well, of course this raises a lot of speculation. It's all good and dandy, but everything speaks volumes in terms of a trailer and a presentation in visual term. After when you do experience it on hands-on experience for yourself, and obviously then you can make that kind of decision to make if it's actually was worth the full price tag or not. And even though these are three different titles, we have to understand one fact. Like these games, if you would have gotten the old version of game, like outdated versions, they would have been $25 for all three games. Separately it would have been like $10 each, right? And so of course, me personally, I already have played Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and currently I'm actually I'm about to get the Platinum Trophy on the San Andreas. This will make it that I have already received GTA3, Vice City, and San Andreas Platinums on the older gen versions of these games. And yeah, I'm considering going for Platinums all over again. Considering, not saying I'm definitely will. But yeah, we'll have to obviously wait and see, of these changes, improvements, and the upgrades that they're mentioning. That's because, everything is a factor of that, and if it's going to be worth it for you, or perhaps for the fans, in fact, as well. Well, that's just my opinion, of course. Alright then. Well then, tell me down in the comments what do you think. Yeah, anyway, I'll let you go now. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. See you guys all.